Yo, what up, people? Smithers to the motherfucking R, here to give you Eno to Hasami wa Tsukaiyou episode 3 fucking review. Hell, fuck yeah. You heard that shit? I did that shit. Fucking Japanese name. One take. Fuck it. Woo! Fuck it. Fuck it. That's a rare occasion right there. Fuck it. That rarely fucking happens, like, ever. Even when, unless the name's fucking English. Besides it. Anyway, let's get into the shit. Okay. First off, couple things I gotta say. Number one, this is very important. A lot of people may think I'm drunk or high when I'm making these. No, not. Underage. Underage, you get drunk. It's the fact that there's a fucking light right here. You can see the fucking shadow. And it blinds the shit out of me. But it also makes it so you can see my face. This is what I look like in the dark. Oh shit. He really is black. Yeah, I know. Amazing, isn't it? Okay. Well, I'm mixed, but you get the point. Okay. So let's just jump into this. Okay. Finally got my groove back. So you can expect at least a 10, 12 minute fucking video. You know what it is. Okay. So let's get it started. Gotta calm. Okay. In the beginning of this episode, it was like a flashback / dream where our main character Hasami is remembering like an old thing that happened, but it was a dream. But yet it was also a sort of flashback. The way they did it, though, it was a dream. And so I like that. That's a new way to get flashbacks, is like a dream when you're dreaming up things that happened previously to you, because that occasionally will happen. You'll dream about something you did day before or some shit like that. And so basically his dream, he was trying to wake up from school. I believe it was his, I don't want to say his sister, no, because we already saw her later on in the episode. I'm going to say maybe his landlord maybe, or his cousin or something like that. Somebody basically woke him up and they're like, wake up or I'm going to burn all your books. He jumped out of bed. That was funny shit. That was some funny that was some good shit. It had its humor. Basically, then he woke up, and this is where we meet the next character. He's basically walking around the room. He sees somebody sitting down, and well, I'll describe her because fuck her name. There's no way in hell I'll remember it. She is Natsuno's publicist or her publisher. She basically publishes all the books. You should know what a publisher is. She basically will send this shit out, okay? And she is a masochist. Fuck that word. She likes to get fucking tortured and stabbed and shit. She is one of those bitches that'll say, "Burn that candle over me, daddy." Burn that. I'm not gonna do that shit. No, fuck that. Okay. And now then, she's a masochist. And she also was like, when this dude was watching her, he at first thought that she could hear his thoughts. But nope, the bitch is just crazy. Literally. This bitch gets on the fucking table and she says she's the demon king or some shit. I'm like, yo, no, get the fuck out of here. This bitch is crazy as shit. Oh my god. And he pissed the shit out of Natsuno. She made her so mad. Because he's basically like, you can't write, right? So maybe you should do something else. Like maybe get a new hairstyle, or take up gardening, or get a oh my god, there's like get a boob job. And I was like, oh shit. And then Jesus also said, I would give you my breasts if I could. And I was like, oh shit, it's about to go down. And it went down. She real quick scissors, whoosh, clean ass cut right about here. And all of a sudden, this is when we find out she's a masochist, because she's like, oh my god, you cut me. And then she's digging the cut. Let's just say that. And then basically, I remember she's cooking dinner, cuts him up, cuts little hearts into his back. And the entire time, I'm kind of thinking, where the fuck happened to episode 2, where she was literally about to ride this nigga's dick. Like, literally, she was about to go bestiality on this motherfucker. And I was like, fuck that. I don't I don't know, that was kind of a problem with me. Because I mean, if you're, I get that it's not a romance anime, but at the same time, I mean, what? You're just gonna drop that entire like romance thing like right off the bat? Like that was last episode. This episode we're gonna do something different. I don't get why they did that, and it kind of makes it like move out of sense when it's like that shit never happened. Like literally, she was, I don't know, it's weird. They even had a flashback of her saying some of that shit in there when he was getting cut up, like his heart and shit. Then middle was, so the beginning was pretty good. Then the middle, when she was going around asking people and shit, like about the slasher, because yeah, we found out there's a slasher in the newspaper and all that other shit, but it wasn't really important at the time. It's like, oh, okay, she was about to fight a slasher. I could tell that from fucking get-go. I mean, it's obvious she's gonna fight all types of motherfuckers throughout this shit. Like literally, it's just gonna happen. I don't know why it isn't like a really fighting anime, but yeah, it's gonna fucking happen. So why not? Let's just embrace this shit. Nah, fuck that shit. But anyway, this is when stuff got really weird in the middle. Not the middle, but like the middle to end. Because after she's going, it was a nice little cute scene with the dog and the girl. And then when they're walking away, she said a couple remarks like, "You dirty little love dog." Oh my god. But then this is where stuff got really weird, and this is something I gotta bring up. I really don't like when animes do this, but I know why they do it, and it's just one of those preference things. When they redraw something, I like that. But when they just take a scene and they put a different background on it, that's what I don't like. When it was near the middle end to the end, and it was like, whoa. Like, am I watching episode 2? Literally, I had to check to make sure I wasn't watching episode 2 when that Shining girl came out. She's apparently an idol and a book writer. We learned that later on. But for like a whole 2 minutes, it was like straight off of episode 2, literally. Like, where they just did a different background, but it was still the same actions, and even the ending when she was getting carried off. Same thing, just different background, and I don't like that. Because you can tell when they'll redraw something, or when they'll reanimate something, and when they just put something back in there, but with a different background. And that's what I don't like. That's one of those things that just, it's like, really? Because, I mean, it makes you feel like you're watching an earlier episode. It literally thought, it was like episode 2. I'm like, what? But they just basically added some more shit onto it. I'm like, what the fuck? They could have at least done something different, but, I mean, you could tell that it was just the same shit with a different background. I didn't like that. And basically, we find out that, Natsuno, the idol bitch, who's shining, and some third person, they are the 3 young, like, talented, like, fucking novelists in Japan and across the world or some shit. And that's when stuff gets good. Because after that, then we see a little fan service when she's using her arm on her cleavage. And oh my god, the insult she gave, insult she gave Natsuno. Because basically, Shining Girl, she's basically like the white. And Natsuno's the black. And this got me thinking, what the fuck is the third person then? But no, that'll be revealed later. But oh my god, this fucking insult. Oh shit. She was like, if I polish your breasts just so I can make them look fatter. I was like, oh shit. It was some horrible shit. It stung. You could feel it stung. The bitch immediately fired. She got angry as shit. It was about to be cut, and then, of course, she gets dragged away, and there was the same fucking scene as episode 2, and I don't like that. That, to me, just seems bad. I know why they do it. It's to save time, and so they can work on animating other scenes. But it's one of those things where it's just, a horrible dislike. Because, I mean, if you're going to just replay the same scene, I know they do that with flashbacks all the time in big animes, and that's why I don't like it. I'd rather see something reanimated in a different way than just something basically pasted with a different background. Or just pasted with the same ass background, just shown as a flashback. I don't like that. But let's get on to basically the ending. Fourth slasher attack. And it was to do with the afro, of course. And basically, Natsuno, she sees the guy and she chases after him. And of course, Harumi, he's playing with this nigga's hair. Because of course, as somebody with very, very, very fluffy hair, look at that shit. Look at that shit. Yeah. Love that shit. Eat that shit. Rub that shit. I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. Anyway. Wait, what? Did I just say eat that shit? Oh, no. Fuck it. Anyway. This is when stuff got weird. And I knew at the very second that this flashback came on, I had a feeling that I knew who the slasher was going to be. Oh my god. I was like, oh my god. And it's one of those things that when you watch anime for a long enough time, even if you don't, it should be something that was fairly obvious to you. If they introduce a character immediately, that character is most likely going to have some purpose throughout the anime. And I'm not saying that she's a slasher because there's no proof of that yet. But anyway, let's just get on to this. Basically, Harumi, he senses something, of course, because he's a fucking dog. He's like Krypton, or what the fuck do they call him? Fucking, damn it, what the fuck? Yeah, Krypton. Krypton's a fucking Superman's dog. He's like that motherfucker. He can sense shit coming. Basically, he walks into an alleyway, and this nigga sees a box with a stick on it in a fucking book. It was one of her books, and it was Sloth. And of course, the nigga was like, "Oh shit, I don't see none of that shit. I'm just gonna walk in there. Sloth is calling to me." It goes in there, close, and basically there's a flashback, kind of, but it's more, yeah, it's a flashback, but we haven't seen it before, so I'm trying to think what it's called. I'm gonna call it a scene because technically speaking, it is a flashback because it happened in the past, but we haven't seen it yet, and so it was technically speaking new, and so it's hard to say what it is. Yeah, let's put it like this. Then he remembered an instance he had with his sister when he thought that she read all 7 or all 6 because the 7th one hadn't come up yet, which is no 5. Because I remember counting, and there were only 4 books on the shelf, and she had one in her hand, which meant that the 6th one hadn't come out yet. So it was back a while, and she's like, yeah, I liked it, but you could obviously tell this bitch didn't even read one fucking word of the book. Obviously, you can tell, you know that shit. Am I wrong though? Was there 6? I remember counting 4. Like in my haste, 4, and then she had one in her hand, so yeah, that makes 5. Yeah, just gotta reiterate, there were 5, so that was a couple years back before the 6th came out. But this is when stuff got weird, because I'm like, why the fuck are they introducing his sister as a new character? Like, of course, we've seen glimpses of her, but now, immediately when there's a slasher and all that, and it just correlated, I'm not gonna say that she is the slasher. No. There's a 60% chance that she is, but there's a 40% chance, that's the other side, that she just wants to see her brother again. No, fuck that shit. 60% chance she's the slasher. Oh yeah, I'm gonna lay that shit down. Yeah, I'm laying that shit down right the fuck now. 60, fuck it, 65, 70% chance the bitch is a slasher. That's how the fuck it goes. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm fucking right. Don't matter to me. Just giving you guys a heads up. And then basically, because a person who could be a slasher is that one character that we were introduced to. I'm trying to remember who she was. We saw her coming out of like in episode 2, I believe. We saw her coming out of this room and she had like a broom in her hand. It could be her. But, no, I'm going to still say her sister. And why? Because in the next scene, in the last scene that we saw, he's tied up, and his sister apparently knows that it's him. I don't know how. Maybe it's because she put out a book and laid a trap, and literally only her brother would come for the book. I don't know. It's weird, but she obviously don't know what the fuck this nigga's saying. But it's obvious that she is on some incest level shit. I'm telling you that right now. She's in love. Okay, I'm just gonna break it down for you. Fuck it. I'm using this right here. Fuck it. If you don't want to be spoiled, possibly cut the shit off right the fuck now. Comment and shit, but yeah. This is how I'm saying it's gonna go. For my history of animes and shit, I'm gonna say that his sister was on some incest level shit and liked him like that, and was probably in love with him, and she hated the fact that he really worshipped and loved this writer so much, and she got jealous, and her jealousy when her brother died caused her to lose her sense of reality, and then she went fucking crazy and started stabbing people who had anything to do with the author. And because of that, she was also looking for a brother, hoping for some sick, demented, twisted reason that he was still alive and reincarnated in some type of animal. She set traps looking for the ghost or spirit or some shit of her brother. I know it doesn't make that much sense, but it sort of does at the same time too. A lot of that stuff can be cut out. But yeah, I'm gonna say jealousy. Yeah, I'm saying jealousy. Yeah, definitely jealousy. And I have a feeling next episode we're gonna see some other shit. But you know what? Until that happens, Smithers are giving you this shit fucking review. Oh shit, I forgot my rating. Man, you already know what this shit gets. 8 out of fucking 10, because it was good. It was good, it was funny, and a comedy. And like I always say, it isn't hard to get an A. Getting anything higher is the real challenge. Fuck it, I just said that now, but now I'm always gonna say that shit. Because I've reiterated it in a couple videos, but still. Now you got the basic, fuck, I just forgot what I said, but literally I just forgot everything I just said, like something about 8 and 10 and up, and fuck it. That's my badass memory at work. But, you know what time it is. Comment, like, subscribe, all that other shit down the fuck below. Tell me what you thought of this fucking episode. If you're still watching this point, which I doubt many of you are, but if you are, thumbs up, props to you. You got a little bit insight on some shit. And you also saw me fuck up a couple times. Oh well. Fuck it. I'm human. I'm not gonna be one of those perfect fucking reviewers. How the fuck no? I'm gonna mess up all the fucking time. You don't even know how many fucking takes I had to make of a couple of my videos. Oh my god. Especially the ones yesterday. Oh my god. It was bad. Woo. But Smithers to the motherfucking R. Peace.